Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining the Melting Pot Chat with Denyse. I am Denyse, and you guys should know that by now if you've been tuning in to my show. We got a couple of things going on today. We're going to talk about what's sizzling in the news. We have a lot going on there. I'm also going to give you a segment on Styles by Denyse. And then also, I have a very special guest to come and talk about her small black business. And that is going to be an exciting segment because we're going to be talking about something that I really enjoy, and that's the hair. So that's going to be interesting as well. So let's go and talk about what's sizzling in the news. Honey, Tim, Norman, the Sweetie Pie son of Robbie Montgomery is the name, and he has now been allegedly charged with setting up his nephew for a murder to hire. So that story is just, it's just been hitting the social media on all platforms. People have been talking about that, chatting about that, and there's a lot going on in that story. So if you've been following that story, I'm sure you know that it is very interesting to see the turnaround of what's happened with the nephew. With that case, because he passed away, I think it was March 2016 is when he was murdered. So it's taken this long for the FBI to get involved. But as you know, once the FBI get involved, you need to pack your bags because it's probably just about it. But now keep in mind, this is all allegedly, so don't come for me. Don't. This is just alleged. Everything is still, up in the air, and they're going through the process and all. So that's what's going on. Now let's talk about something that's positive. So what I found out that there is a Jason Wright, 38-year-old African American male that has just became the president of the Washington football team, NFL Washington football team. Now I'm gonna tell you, when I saw that, and I'll be the first to tell you, I'm not a huge sports fan, but I like sports. But I'm not like a huge fan of that, if you will. But the thing is that I thought that was phenomenal is that he is the first African American male to hold a position as such as being the president of a team. So that is just like exciting news. So I'm really excited about that. And then also we're going to go talk about what we did last time on the show. I'm still going to push for it. I'm still going to discuss it. And that is get out and vote. We got to get out there, people. The elections are coming up. Be here in November. We're almost finished with August. So they are hitting the social media platforms. They're in the news. We got to stay vigilant and make sure that we're going to get out there and get our voices heard and make a mark. And I'm still seeing the division from with who we currently have as running, which is Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, and against who we currently have in the office. But we as African Americans, we need to quit the division and really come together. I understand that it may not be your choice right now, but I still believe that the choice that we currently have is not working, okay? So let's be realistic about this. It's not working. So what we have to go out. We have to get out there and vote. We got to hit those polls. And like I said before, if anyone needs a ride, if you need, I will come pick you up. I am just that desperate to make sure that our people get out there and we vote. I had an interesting conversation the other day with a gentleman, and he was talking about the census. And one of the things he was mentioning about the census was that, they came to his home and they were asking the census questions. And he was kind of taken aback by that and felt as though they didn't need to do that. They can get all that information. It's already logged into the system. They can pull that down from there. Well, in that discussion, I kind of begged him a little bit different on that, to think differently about that. So census are serious. And the reason why that they are is because there's money that they can pour into our communities. We're talking about $675 billion that the government will put into your communities based on where you stay. And how they distribute that money is based on the census. And those numbers and the funding that goes into the communities are for your schools, they're for your road work, they're for all those things. So all those things which are important, you need to make sure that your voice is heard and that you are accounted for in those numbers. So don't get, kind of shy away from the census. You can have a way you can get them mailed in. They can also do online as well. And the funny thing is, I received a text message this morning, and they were asking me, hey, we're about to knock on your door. But if you don't want that knock, you can actually mail it in online, and all I had to do was press 1 or 2, and then when I submitted, say, you know what, I don't have the time for you to really sit down and talk to me about the census. I'm gonna go ahead and do mine online. And when I submitted that, they sent a message back, say great, and they also followed with the link to make sure that I go online to do that. So it's real simple. So don't get don't get shy away from it. Just stay vigilant and make sure that you get those your voice heard when you go to the polls, and make sure that you're counted in the census. So the community that you're in, you'll get a piece of that money that they're going to be distributing out in your community. Now, we're going to talk about styles by Denyse. Yes, so let me tell you. One thing I've always said, style is something that you like, something that you like to wear. There is no hard coded or rule about styling. Because if you look over the years, we went from the bell bottoms, we went to the wide leg, we went through all those different changes of clothes. And they always want to match things up, and that's fine. Matching things up and coordinating, I'm so for that. But what I want you to try to do is just find your style. Find out what you like and what looks good on your body type. Now, I know a lot of people, they mix patterns together. And I remember back in the 70s and probably even the 80s, that was something that really was frowned upon, because they felt as though if you wore black, you should wear a solid color with that. If you wear stripes, you should wear a solid color with that. Well, now they're blending all that stuff together, and I am so for that. So what I have on today, something very simple. It's just a black off-the-shoulder blouse that I have. I got this one from, I want to say New York & Company. I like that store, by the way. And I got this probably, I think I paid maybe I think it was on sale, so it was probably around about between $15 and $20 for the top. It was just a regular off-the-shoulder top. Then I decided to get, and I said it before, I love my belts. I'm going to wear a belt as often as I can because I like them. But they also just add a different layer, a different dimension to the piece that you have on. So I found a nice belt, which is like a reddish color, dark red. But I didn't want to go with the basic black or try to find the blue that's inside, that's in the skirt here, because this blue is kind of challenging. If you don't have the skirt at the store that you're looking for the belt, then it's kind of hard to match the colors up. So what I decided to do was to pull out a pop color on it, and I decided to do it with the dark red. And then in order to that to blend well, that's why I did the necklace, which is a distance away. So even though if the colors may not completely match, but they're in the color family, if you wear them at a distance, then you really can't tell that they may be slightly off. And then with the skirt, now I'm gonna tell you about the skirt, honey. I got the skirt on Facebook from a good friend who was cleaning out her closet, and she was selling some pieces. And so I immediately said, oh, I want that skirt. Let me see what I can do with it. So I actually got this skirt for, wait for this. I'm gonna give you a moment. $10 is what I got this skirt. $10 what I paid for this skirt. And it's the high-low. As you can see, it's kind of long in the back. And it has a little bit of the, I'm gonna show you, the little toolish to give you a little layer of underneath, to give a little fullness in the skirt. And one of the things that I also found with this skirt, you can turn it halfway and make the high-low on the side, so that'll give you a different look as well. And then I just paired it with a basic pair of black sandals. They're basic. They're just strappy with the little embellishment of jewels coming up the front. But that's pretty much it. So I'm going to tell you again, don't be afraid to blend in stuff. Don't be afraid to add pop colors to your wardrobe and to your pieces. Even though that color may not be present in your piece, you can use your imagination and go what works for you. So this is today's style by Denyse. Coming up, I have Miss Gina with Desired Extensions. She's going to come on and she's going to talk about her business and her hair. We're going to have a little conversation about that, how she got started and all that good stuff. So sit back, relax, and stay tuned for Gina. Thank you. Welcome back. We have Gina here, as I promised, to talk about Desired Extensions, one of her companies that she is the CEO and a great resource to get that good hair, folks. You know, like some good hair. How you doing, Gina?
I am wonderful. How are you?
Good. You look beautiful.
Thank you, and thank you for having me on.
I like the hair.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's quite cute.
Very low maintenance. I need low maintenance. So.
I know, right?
Yes.
So with the pandemic and all that's been going on, like how you been really doing your hair? Because I can tell you, for me, it's been like braided up, pinned up most of the time.
Well, actually, right now I have in wavy hair. So with the pandemic, I can wet this hair and I can revert it back to its natural wave pattern and just get up and go. Or as for today, I flat iron my hair, and the only thing I do at nighttime is just pin it up. In the morning time, it's go, and I don't have to curl this. I haven't curled this hair for 3 days now, and it still has a curl to it.
I'm sorry, what did you say, 3 days?
I have not curled the hair for 3 days.
Okay, see.
So it holds curls well.
I hope y'all got that, because let me tell you about hair. Oh my gosh, I am so excited, because this is one of the things I like to talk about is the hair. So let's talk about Desired Extension and how that name came about, because it is very unique, and I love the name, by the way.
Thank you.
So how did that come up?
Actually, the name came about, I was having a phone conversation about the quality that I wanted the hair to be before I even, got into it. And so I said, I want my clients to desire their hair. And when I said that, I said Desired Extensions. I'm selling extensions, so Desired Extensions.
It worked out well, because it is a catchy name, and it goes along with your product. And it does get people to come to desire the hair. So that was a good catchy name. How long you been in business? How long you been doing it?
I started in 2010.
Really? So what made you decide just about, you can get hair everywhere. And you can purchase all types of hair everywhere. Curly, straight. They have some that's already have the color in the hair.
That's correct.
But what about Desired Extensions that set you apart from the other hair companies?
Well, first, I did research before I even started with my company for 3 years on testing the hair to make sure that I had the right quality of hair for my customers. So once I realized that I had the right quality of hair, I started the company in 2010. And we carry 7 different textures. And with that,
so with us, you say you have 7 different textures, and the thing that I like that you said that I don't think I hear a lot of people talk about is, and they may do it, I don't know, but I don't hear them discuss it a lot. But I like when you said you just didn't go out and say, you know what, I want to sell hair and I want to give it to the people, and they're gonna come and buy. You actually did some work for 3 years before you decided to bring it out. You tested that hair.
Yes, I did.
What kind of process went along with you testing the hair?
It was actually wearing the hair, coloring the hair several times, not shampooing and conditioning the hair for long periods of time, brushing and combing the hair a lot, adding heat to the hair, because everyone's not going to take care of their extensions the way they're supposed to. So I wanted to make sure that our hair could really last the testing of time for people who, weren't really familiar with using hair extensions.
So you did a deep dive and a deep test on making sure that the hair really is going to withstand the time. Now, how long on an average would your hair hold up for say, everyday curly type hair? How long would that last for a client if they purchase your hair uncolored and they decided not to get a color. They want to go with that same basic color. I think it comes in the brown.
It comes in natural.
Natural, the natural color. How long would that customer be able to have that hair in their collection?
Depending on how they take care of their hair, most of my customers have kept their hair up to 3 to 5 years.
I'm sorry. So I want her to say that one more time. Say that number again.
3 to 5 years, and that's one of the things that makes the company unique, is because the quality of the hair. And then also we give you an extra 2 inches in length of hair. So if you purchase an 18-inch, you're really getting a 20-inch.
Okay, so listen, people. She said 3 to 5 years. And then she also says she's going to give you, in the hair that she has, you also get an additional 2 to 3 inches of hair.
An extra 2 inches of
Do
hair.
you know that's a lot? That's a big difference. And your hair quality, I have to say, because I am a client, that the hair is phenomenal. It really is. And I like you said, you don't have to really curl it that much, and you haven't curled it in 3 days. So that's a beautiful thing. So what else is going on in the hair world, hon? So with the competition, per se, with all the hair companies that's out there, what are some ways that you go about outside of social media to get desired extension out there to the people?
I would say through magazines, and then we also have a website that I wanted to make sure that it was really easy to navigate. For some people, they're not used to going on websites using the desktop. I made sure that the website was easy to navigate, whether you're on your phone or if you're on desktop.
So what are some of the things that you have online that some of the customers can go out there and see on your website, other than the hair? What other products do you carry as well?
We also have the closure pieces, and then we also have the frontals.
Okay.
Which, when you're using a closure and the frontal, none of your hair is left out. So you have that option to just use the wefted hair, where you can leave out the front of your hair, or you can also use the closures and the frontals, and you don't have to leave out any of your hair.
You it's like you just got it all covered. Now, do you carry some products as well on there to help to keep maintenance of the hair?
Yes, we do.
And what's some of the? Can you talk about the product?
You can give us a call. That's one thing that makes us different from other companies as well too. We are an online company, but we also have a sister store location that you can also reach out to, and then you can call us, and we can go over your lifestyle. Do you swim a lot? Do you work out a lot? Are you in corporate? Are you a stay-at-home mom? And I can suggest some textures that you can choose for your lifestyle, so you don't have to go on the website if you're confused. Give us a call, we'll answer, and we can walk you through.
I think one of the things I found about the website, and even about I hear people when they have to, I've seen some of the comment, a lot of the feedback, and one of the things I've seen on the feedback in the comment section is your just great customer service.
Thank you.
Your customer service is just like second to none. You can get in contact with someone, you can speak in depth about the product. You're just not trying to sell them the hair. You're actually owning that client for a lifetime, because with the hair lasting so long. So that's one of the great things as well. So you brought some hair. Yes, you did, hon.
Yes.
For us to look at and for us to check that out, so we can kind of feel and talk about the different ones. So we're going to come back and we're going to talk about and show some of my viewers some of the hair products that you brought in, so we can see that firsthand. Okay?
I'm excited to show you all what I brought with
Thank you. So stay with us. She's going to come back and we're going to actually have some of the product here for you guys, so you can look at it as well. So look at it and we can talk more in depth about the product. So stay tuned. Be right back. Thanks. Welcome back to the Melting Pot with Denyse. I'm Denyse, and I have Gina back with us. And look what we have here, people. She brought the hair. The hair is here. So what we're going to dive right into is talk about the hair, the quality, and also what makes desired extension stand out from the rest.
I would say the fullness.
Yes.
With most companies, the hair is very full up top. It gets really thin at the bottom. And I always tell customers, as long as you purchase 10 to 18 inches, you only need 2 bundles. 18 inches on up, then you can do 3 to 4 bundles.
Okay.
With some of the other companies, I noticed clients would call and say, well, I ordered 3 to 4 bundles of 14 inches. I say, you don't need that many with that company. I'd love for you to purchase that much, but you don't need that many. You only need 2 bundles going up to 18 inches.
And see, that says a lot by your company, what you stand for. Like you said, you don't, even though they may want 3-4 bundles, that's more for you as far as revenue. But you're looking at making sure that client leaves away happy and pleased with the product, and making sure that product is going to work well for them and look
Good for
good. Can I say good again? Because I've seen some hairstyles before. We know it's not right, but her hair is not that. So let's talk about this one. So this is called the
Innocent Collection, and that's the straight texture.
And I'm gonna tell you, it feels so soft and
Thank you.
silky, and there's not very little shedding, correct?
That's correct.
So talk about that and what makes that different than most hair I've seen that
Our
sometimes.
wefts are reinforced. We reinforce our wefts so there's no
Oh.
shedding. And that's what allows the hair to last 3 to 5 years. Because if you purchase quality hair and it's shedding and it's falling all on your floor,
Right.
you're not going to be able to keep your hair as long. And
Makes
also
sense.
let my clients know that when you're doing a sew-in or if you're creating a wig with your bundles, you want to make sure that you are sewing around the weft and not through the weft. So these are some of the tips that I let the customers know, because when you sew through the weft, you're creating holes, which then in turn create shedding. So sew around your weft.
She dropped some seeds for you folks, so make sure you get the best thing to get this hair with this hair is, like you said, the way you apply it,
That's correct.
and it doesn't shed,
That's correct.
and it's so soft, folks. So which one is this one in your line? What's
This
one?
is our curly, one of my bigger sellers. With the curly, you get so many different looks. This is my favorite one.
Yeah, and why? Why you like this
The
one?
favorite
most?
one is because you can wear that hair bone straight, and then it has texture to it.
Oh,
It has a little texture to it. So, and then you can also wear that hair with a nice curl pattern, the way I'm wearing my wavy hair as well.
Right.
And then you can wear it in its natural state, which is curly. So you get 3 looks from one texture.
so when you say bone straight, so you're saying to me your hair can withstand heat to flat iron
Yes.
the hair to give you that different look. Now, I found with some of the other brands, we won't say, that when you do get that curly hair and you flat iron, it seems very dry and very like just at the ends look very dry. What is it about your hair that doesn't cause that when you flat iron? Is it actually the hairstylist knowing what they're doing, or is it the hair?
Well, it can be both. It's,
Okay.
it's really a lot of the work is from the hair, because I made sure that we did quality, and then also we wash our hair in herbs before the hair is shipped out. And this is why when you get our hair, it has a nice scent to it. And our hair is not chemically processed, so you won't smell a chemical to it.
So I've heard people say about this, mention that in some of their packaging from other hair suppliers, some of those things. So let's talk about this piece here. This
And that's
is
our frontal,
so this is the what is this, a
13 by 4
13?
frontal.
Okay, yes. So this is used for when you're doing a sew-in,
Yes, that's correct, a sewing.
and you can add this to make a wig with this as well to
That's
create
correct.
the wig look.
You can create a wig as well. A glueless wig or a wig that you can glue down. And ours come with a natural hairline, and then it also comes pre-bleached. So only thing you have to do is apply this. There's no other work for you to do to it.
And then you have the
Closure.
closure, same
That's our
thing,
lace
same
closure.
concept, but just a smaller piece
That's
of
correct.
the hair. Okay, this is nice. So tell me about I love your packaging. Your
Thank
packaging
you.
is so cute.
This is our packaging, and
is
what
so
we have
cute.
inside the packaging are our clip-ins, our curly clip-ins.
Uh-huh.
And this is what you will receive when you order from us. You just untie the ribbon. And pull out your hair.
Cute. Now, what
And you
about
get to keep
packaging?
this.
When you ship it, so how does it withhold when you're shipping this product?
We actually package it with a bubble wrap, so it's very secure. You
Oh,
won't
okay.
receive the cup damaged or anything. Most of our customers keep these cups for a really long time.
Yes, I like the packaging. We forgot about
Thank
this
you.
little beauty here. We forgot about that here. This
This
is
one?
called the Kinky.
This one here is our Earth Collection.
Earth
This is
Collection.
the Extreme Kinky Curly
Okay.
for my ladies that really like a lot of texture or that you really like big and full hair.
So with these hair, like with the curly hair, what was some of the product you would recommend to keep the curl pattern to hold, to keep that natural shine look? What is some product you would add to some of these
I tell them always to use a refresher. It's called a milk refresher. And then also I tell people to use leave-in conditioners, but add a little water to it, because when you use too much conditioner, it can coat the hair, and you don't want your hair coated. So I always say dilute it down with a little water, and you can also use foam on the hair, which keeps the hair really moisturized, and it's not a buildup on the hair, and then it keeps the curl pattern from, there's no frizz to the hair, and it keeps your curls really bouncy and full.
Well, I'm going to have to say, I'm taking all these homes. I'm going to find me somebody to put it all in for me. But on a serious note, her hair is really great. I love her hair. And I'm so glad that you came to join the Melting Pot Chat and talk about your business, because I really, really love your product. And I'm telling you guys, check out her. Where can they find you?
You can find me online at www.desiredextensions.com.
And where on social media?
You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and also Twitter. And it's the same name, Desired Extensions, DESIRED, extensions with the S.
And I don't think she mentioned before, but I'm going to go ahead and put this plug in for her. The magazines that you've been in?
Yes.
So she's been, she has been around in the magazines. So where were you?
We've actually been in Essence, which was a great honor to do that. Madam Noor, also Sheen Magazine, and a lot of other ones.
I'm telling you, go check her out. Go to her website. She gave you the information. Thank you again.
Thank you.
I really appreciate you for you coming to share your products with us. So listen, the Melting Pot Chat, folks. I'm going to see you soon. Coming up later on some other shows, we're going to still talk about those relationships. And make sure you follow the Melting Pot Chat on Instagram at the Melting Pot Chat, as well as Facebook, the Melting Pot Chat. And don't forget to go over to Ebon Vision Network to also check him out. That is the person I'm up under, the network. They're phenomenal. Go over there and check them out. All my information is over there as well. Again, thank you guys for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you again. Take care, be loved, and be safe. Thanks.
Thank you.